Alright, and welcome back. Today I'm going to go over the OnX Hunt app. This is a tool I've been using for a couple of years now, and it has covered my butt. So, to start off with, it is a pay app, and I do like budget hunting, but this is one that I cannot go without. Alright, if you'd like to do a lot of hunting, but don't really have a lot of land to hunt on, this is a great tool because they're always changing it up, and you can always find new places to hunt. Just the other day, I was sitting at work, and come to find out, there was a new WMA spot, unnamed WMA, and I was able to hunt it. So every time I get off work in the mornings, I'm going to be going over there. In this app, you can pay for the elite. If you do that, you can use it nationwide in Canada, but you're going to pay $99 a year, $14.99 a month. Right now, I'm paying $29.99 a month, but I don't plan to go hunting out of state no time soon. I used to have this whenever I was stationed in California and would do some hunting out there. And of course, you know, out in California, it's really hard to hunt, but come to find out, out there, BLM land, the Bureau of Land Management, was locations that you could hunt, and this was able to tell me where to go. So here in South Carolina, you have WMA land, wildlife management areas. You have named and unnamed WMA. If I'm not mistaken, WMA named is the state actually owns it, and then the other unnamed so if I'm not mistaken, the named WMA will actually be owned by the state. The unnamed is kind of like a lease to the state. So if you see here, this is a solid green. It's owned by Sand Hill State Forestry, and it's wildlife management area, as you can see right here. Now, over here, if you look at this, Watery Holdings is actual business or company that owns this land, but with the layers you can see that it has the green dots, so whenever you click on it and scroll up, you can see South Carolina Government Lands Unnamed Wildlife Management Area. From my experience, whenever you go out to these places, after you find them, you'll see the little placard saying WMA area, so you'll just follow the rules of the WMA. So with the layers, you can be able to do, looks like 4 different layers showing government lands, private lands, game zones, and possible access. That's what I currently use right there. Also, if you're going to be hunting in areas with no signal, you can go in, do offline map, new map, and then you can set the different resolutions. I usually go 5 miles, and then that way whenever you're out hunting, it'll work off the GPS and make sure you're on the correct property that you're supposed to be on. I have that for my current hunting areas, which I can't show because you never tell anyone where you hunt at. For this app, I am not sponsored whatsoever. It has saved my tail, like I said, while I was hunting out in California one time. We'll use this as an example here. So say this area was owned by the campground, and this area was BLM land. We were staying at the campground here. I saw that there was BLM land. I grabbed the bow that was in my camper and went out and did some rabbit hunting. Of course, people in California, not a big fan of hunters, or at least that was my take on it. I started getting mad, even though I was well over here in the hunting area. They called up security and tried to call the police and all, and I got approached. Well, luckily I'd already done all my research on BLM land, and then I had this app to cover my tail. Whenever they came out, I explained, I'm out here rabbit hunting, I'm using a bow, I'm on BLM land, because they were trying to say I was on private property. No, sir. I was able to zoom in on it, use identifiers to show exactly where I was, and the little tools, like 200 foot, made sure I was well within my limits of hunting, and they let me go. They kind of just laughed about it, was like, oh, you know what you're doing, so have a good day. I was able to finish out my hunt. People weren't very happy with me. So, if you don't have this app, I would highly, highly recommend it. I do have some areas where I can hunt that is private, but it is nice to get out and try different areas. One of my favorite things about hunting is getting to see the scenery, and this will give you the ability to do that. Once again, I'm not sponsored. They do not pay me. I actually pay them to use this, but I would highly recommend it. If you have any other things I did not cover, or you know anything else that I do not know on this app, go ahead and leave me a comment. That way I can learn as well, because I just know the basics to get me by. And other than that, if you like this, please hit the like button and go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to try to get a lot more stuff posted soon, as I'm still trying to learn how to get everything content-wise on to YouTube. Well, hopefully I'll see you on the next one, and y'all all have a good day.